This door has been closed with a padlock. It's a solid lump of metal, but better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise. No reply. This door has been closed with a padlock. The shackle snap.
After you.
Master Investigator, you just can't keep yourself away. Attaboy, the world's secrets were made for you. A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man.
He's known as the father of scientific communism, also known as Masovianism. His theories about economic history greatly influenced, some would even say sparked, the anti-centennial revolution.
The lieutenant raises a brow.
Thank you for sharing this wonderful opinion on human sexuality. There aren't many communists around, not after the revolution. I suspect that's exactly what they're trying to do. There aren't many communists around. The White Star, the photos on the wall, I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communist.
You hear someone walking around inside. The walking stops abruptly. A poor communard from...
Let's go.
Later then, entering this door seems a poor communard from...
Let's go.
Later then.
Give me a moment. The cold never does any good for my bronchitis. Go ahead, then. What do you want to know, policeman? Ask away, policeman. People come and go. I don't keep a... No one lives there. Impossible. I would know if someone... Maybe it's those countercultural people again. Breaking into a house like it's a... Great. Young people. They're worse than rats. You know, always... Oh, that one is a... I think he studies astrology at the... Something to do with all those stars around his door. He asked me to leave his... The symbol of what now? Never heard of it. Oh, that one. I think he studies something to do with all those... The symbol of what now? The artiste? Nothing. She leaves an old lady. Oh, you'll find plenty of Martins here. don't you, pea-brain? Someone played a trick on you.
Oops. You really didn't get the...
I thought it was obvious. Anyway, officer, we don't have...
Yes, I know who you mean.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying.
What's he in trouble for? Talk? He lives upstairs in room 28.
Thank you. We should go check out him.
I'm no one. If you can call it, it's barely bigger than a closet.
And all she gets, too. The coastal wind beats... You hear someone scare them, suspected of some big crime.
That was smart.
Satisfied? My name is Marielle Charpentier, and I'm an agent with...
Boy, there are a lot of...
Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too?
It feels flimsy in hand, with the words Revachol Zone of Control written under a knot.
Thank you. Do you have any questions? I need to be back in Midtown in an hour. I need to get it ready for the next lease, but as you can see, the previous tenant completely trashed the place. It was some kind of a moribund old man.
A sudden serious look.
But that was months ago. Anyway, was there anything you wanted, or is that it? It is! Everyone says the real estate agents don't... So, the sooner we get this over with, the better. Oh, that's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us... And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even happen. But Ron...
So preppy. She's probably on some low-grade performance.
A hole in the wall. Can you believe it? And then the tenant ran off with his stuff. He's gone. The money's gone. Just like that. These apartments are perfectly fine. They have gorgeous architecture. I'll tell you, Martinez has a future. In a few years, it's going to... Don't ask me what happened with the wall. Both apartments are now unrented. Of course. What now? Of course.
It's the ledger you found in the trash, a cabbage of papers hanging from the board. Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment, it's slightly, ever so... Your hand shakes. You're flushed with adrenaline. Arson, petty theft, you don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're... the luxury of fine things. Just look at those black monk straps. After spending an entire day hustling, beautiful things give... Remember, when they come to take it away from you, you will... It's the ledger you found in the trash, a cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip. It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage. It's proving to be harder than expected. You just... It's the ledger you found in the trash. It's proving to be harder than expected. You just don't have the intellectual rigor to patch the quilt back together. Try again later. It's the ledger you found in the trash. Yes, at last, you find a way to piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. HDB 41, date of initialization, and why yes, your precinct number. Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. Harry Dubois. Still feels like there's something missing from that. No. The alphanumeric begins with HDB. Fine, it takes about half an hour for you to piece one together, Mr. Raphael. This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 1202, a graffito, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement. The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes. True love is possible only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class. People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the belles lettres have the literage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The case files do not show you finding the crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41 with the 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villa Lobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it, turns out the opposition were a loud minority, and that love truly is possible in the next world for new people, and it is too late for us. No one cares what you believe in, man with the smelly toilet ledger. What do you want to tackle next, or are we done? AKA Leslie and Burke, AKA the public indecency drunk and the property damage drunk, is a cursed case. It has been passed from unsuspecting officer to unsuspecting officer for 10 years. On January 29, the unsolvable case made you were so drunk you didn't remember what it was when you... Leslie will always take his pants off when he's drunk. Burke will always trash everything. It's just what they do. It is their nature. You cannot change. The only way for Leslie to stop flashing his genitals to bypassers and for Burke to stop dismantling signage and rear view mirrors would be for them to stop drinking alcohol, which in their 40s or 50s, you would think that, but you're wrong. Where's the fun in exposing your genitals or breaking stuff in your own home? Threatening, fines, dragging them to the station, locking them up in the hellholes they live in, locking them up in the station, hypnotherapy, even trying to get the local gang of Zemyaki to take them out. The Zemyaki gave them ethanol, so Burke and Leslie would expose and rampage even harder. You tried it all. It's plain to see from the files that you, Satellite Officer JV, and Special Consultant TH had more important cases to attend to. You uncover cross-reference to several ongoing investigations, each brought to a standstill. Good, you're learning. If the files are to be trusted, that's all there is to it. That and Burke breaking things, and the fact that they're both drunk. He must have it confused with the property he likes to damage. But the joke's on him. You're drunk out of your mind. In the process, the ledger sustains damage. The compartment within, reserved for permeable documents, is jammed shut. You stop your assault on the now unconscious Burke to open it. Kill them. They broke it. He came at us, and at us. I think he was trying to kill Burko. While trying to kill Burko, you slowly come around. The permeables compartment can't get out of his apartment, an invalid. With Burke to tend to, Leslie cuts back on the indecent exposure. Maybe he flashes his genitals to Burke, who knows, but both drunks are off the street. The complaints stop. The unsolvable case is solved, which is also why the officer responsible narrowly escapes a disciplinary hearing. The end. Does that sound like a Raphael something Costo to you, sir? Fine then, you've earned it. It would be very interesting to read about these, wouldn't it? I mean, there seems to be a square-shaped entry wound in the victim's forehead. She's been sitting there for weeks. That's all you got. From the half hour you spent piecing it together, all you know is the entry wound was square-shaped. Who knows? Those pages are missing. Don't worry. One day. Some assholes brought their couch outside and hung out on it, in the middle of the street, on the roof, on the hillside by the motorway. You know, at an unexpected location. They were young, and they thought they looked cool on it. They were leaving it out in all these unexpected and whimsical locations. They took it to cigarette butts, coffee cups, stupid couch. You had to clean it. No, you didn't have time for that. These notes show that you have what is called a real goddamn job. You don't have time to be chasing down the couch assholes. Murder. Tum-tum-tum at the hookah parlor was a case originally assigned to an officer called Joseph Mills, who is now dead. Beaten to death by a throng of Villalobos gang members when him and his partner J.M., only initials mentioned, answered a call one night. It's a sad story, and it isn't really represented. Joseph Mills was on this case that he just couldn't solve. Was doing it solo. Said it was a real nutcracker, a real brain. Mills didn't get off the pot. Not yet. He kept at it for a couple of weeks more, racking his brains, running with everything. No, he was awful. Awful sense of humor, too. The worst jokes you've ever heard. Really rapey. Still, he'd been on it for months now. Said it was the final case. Said it was uncrackable. Okay, so the case is handed to you because Mills isn't getting anywhere, and you look into it. Here's the setup. A young man is found dead in a hookah parlor. You know, those places where you go and smoke bubblegum? Yeah. So anyway, young man in his 20s found with his skull busted open, right on the floor of the hookah bar. No one enters, no one exits. He's just sucking on his watermelon hookah all morning, all noon. like he usually does. He's a regular. No calls, nothing. Just sucking on. Mills has no idea. Invisible assassin. Movie deal gone sour. Girl at the counter did it. Nothing fits. Eerie. Man just dropped dead. So you go to the parlor. You see cushions around the table. Table's low. See? You can't even read the thing without solving it. Yeah, it was that. Turns out hookah does do something. It turns off your brain's smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? I don't know. Trying to come up with a movie script maybe. Anyway, that was Murder at the Hookah Parlor. Joseph Mills wasn't a good detective. Not much has changed in the meanwhile. It takes about half an hour to piece. Not much has changed. The Jamrock Shuffle. In a way, yes, you are treasure hunting. Most officers from Precinct 41 do what is called the Jamrock Shuffle, cracking open containers. Most of them are from Jamrock or Coal City, the poorest parts of Revachol, that also overlap with the network of royal catacombs called Le Royaume, just beneath the streets. As children, you would all go underground, hoping to find treasure, and come back with a rat's tail. A shift in temperature, the air chills around you. A former architect stands before a slice of window, a room plan in her hand. A cold wave has made the air. Faint pencil lines on paper depict the same place, but a missing eastern wall connects the room with the neighboring apartment. It's clean and empty, with new tapestry is red from the cold.
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But yes, Uncle Maynard, huge trouble. You're gonna take...
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
Red-dyed heavy fuel oil, intended for exclusive use in government vehicles, to be precise.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in... Oh, what? You'll push me off this ledge and pry the bucket from my dead hands? Can't you tell? I haven't really started... Yeah?
Let's be realistic.
You heard your part.
I condone the idea of using physical force on her. Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
You're already set for the night. Your door is another thing. Great. I love those. What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business. You're not. You're a menace. Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the real cook is working. You can snoop around after that. What? Why would you say that?
So he knows of the doomed commercial area and its address.
I've been working here for a long time, and that intercom has never been used by the Whirling. Does this look like part of a doomed commercial area? This pre-revolutionary tile work? For 14 years, man. That's how long I've worked here. I've kept this place up through hail and through sleet. Fuck me, if some doom ghost... Yeah... It's slowly growing on me, even if it is part of the damn doomed commercial area. I don't place much stock in the curse and so on, but the label frightens the clientele. Who wants to stay at a doomed... Some real estate management company. They never come around here, just collect money from afar. Well, it sure as hell wasn't the real estate company.
It was you?
Hail, Holy Queen, by the Ateniers. Hail...
Good pick.
Luck has got nothing to do with it. I need to think about where I'm going to place... So, if you didn't have anything else to tell me... Yes?
Yes?
You pick over what's left of your frontal cortex. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's barely covered in steam anymore. It's your face in the mirror, adorned with... The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the...
Here we are again, my broken bird. The waves are coming. Carrie, you're not cooperating. It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you...
And there's a lot of it, ever present in your organs. It's like every one of them has their own nasty song to sing.
Oh, yeah.
Don't be stupid, Harry. It's not happening.
You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people. How many promises have you kept lately?
Come now. Humans have earned your trust.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights.
Let it.
But it never seems to let you.
Ah, yes. The night before I saw you in the hallway and reminded you you're a police officer. Wow. Elysium. You don't hear that term often. There was the usual ruckus. I can't say. Probably not. Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentation. Were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course, like 7. Life gets hard, but It would appear so. At around, a slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. Yes, there was a church in there, a really small church, like that it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself is very... Then you started screaming and trashed the place. No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. A window was smashed, the tape player probably, the song stopped. And furniture too. A real destructathon. There was. I think you screamed that I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then. No problem, sir.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the work. Large prints, most likely made by boots. The size, the footprints do not speak. The footprints are of one type. They do not congratulate you. The footprints are still there. They have told their story. Neither the footprints nor the dust speak their secrets. But you know it means that someone... The dust has not settled again. The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your...
You look... And I don't mean that as a metaphor.
Like undercover?
Well, as far as disguises go...
Oh, come on, Jean.
It's not just this week.
Okay, so this guy is cool. He stands there like a statue, and angry.
Watch out for yourself.
That voice, so very familiar.
Oh, really? I wonder where. That's the where you remember me from? Okay, then. It's probably a...
The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper, not familiar in a... The woman is...
I would really prefer not to...
A patrol officer is the lowest rank in the RCM, below lieutenant and sergeant.
I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you? By the... Okay, fine. Let's talk. What precinct?
Fucking deranged lunatic.
I don't...
Don't say anything, Judith.
I'm just looking out.
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses, and you are...
You're a fucking asshole. Are we done here?
You look like shit, and I don't mean that as a metaphor. Wow, you seem stable. And now, what do you want?
It's not my style, he thinks, glancing at the man in sunglasses and the woman beside him. Oh boy.
About what? You don't look like a cop. You know what you look like? Yes, a super...
He didn't answer your question.
No. Because it's not my job. Why don't you go and fucking do yours and solve this damn hanging?
Come on, Jean.
Okay, say...
Hear that? Suddenly, out of nowhere.
So, do you know who hanged him? I don't know.
You know what? It must be because he's buff.
Oh my god, there's more. You want... Okay, why not? So, do you know who hanged him? Yeah, I can see that. I don't know. Oh my god, there's more. You want some...
You know what it is. It's like the two of you know it.
Oh, I definitely know.
Another life.
Yes, from another life. A different... To what station do you think you would belong in this alternate and totally fictional reality?
He seems to be observing you through the reflective glass of his eye.
That's exactly right. Down to a fraction. I don't even know what to say to that. Okay, that's plausible. That's entirely somewhere good.
This isn't helping.
Let's be crazy. Let's say you and I are partners. How's that for a thought experiment? I'm sure he's fucking flattered, but...
The lieutenant is silent.
None taken, my friend. None taken. Let's be honest. And the conclusion is that a man with your caliber should form his own one-man policing unit. Anyone else would just slow you down. You're not going to believe this, but... Police officer, yes sir, solving crimes, locking up bad guys, just some regular boring motherfuckers in suits and uniforms. Nothing spectacularly extravagant like you, the far-out son of Lang. Not even a little bit.
It's an urban myth about an officer who is so far undercover he can't remember who he is. As I said, just an urban myth.
Neither can I, partner. Neither can I. Watch out for yourself, loser.
That voice, so...
Oh, really? I wonder... That's the where you remember me from? You don't say.
Detective Cousteau. Monsieur Cousteau, the reward for coming up with your classy new name has arrived. What are the attributes Detective Cousteau should gain in? Obviously, savoir-faire and esprit de corps. You know exactly what they do and what those words mean. They're refined, like you. You have a ton of that fancy stuff. And if the world can't accept... Okay, the man with the sunglasses and his hypothetical Station 41. Weird, right? There's something missing here. Something you can't put our finger on. Yes, just
Again? I can't. I'm going to say no. Just to see what you'll say, okay?
Jean, he said...
Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is a firefighter, male nurse.
I'm going to say... God fucking shit.
Okay, I was clearly...
Yes? What is it? Of course I'm with him. Why do you ask?
And you look like you don't bathe. On print.
Please, let's not turn this into another exchange, okay?
God damn it, you leave her alone. Keep your weird bull.
Can I actually help you with some...
Yes, of course. Preposterous. I mean, you would remember if they...
God damn it, you leave her alone.
Can I actually...
Yes, of course. Preposterous.
Of course I'm with him. Why do you ask?
Well, he's not. He's a sack of shit barely kept together by crazy glue. But at least he tried.
Please, let's not turn this into an... Of course I'm with him.
You're an asshole. You know what?
Please, let's not turn this into...
Can I help you? Got the 20 real? Good. You got the room for the night, but remember...
Hello. Oh my. What happened to the water lock? Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful.
You're welcome.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation, and if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
There's really no point.
Oh, I'd be delighted.
One cryptid, not a couple. One. This won't turn into some... and I don't.
Or he'll be disappointed in you.
That would be the giant of Coconur. The giant lives in the most arid parts of the vast Coconur Desert in South Samara. Mirage or a psychogenous lumen. No one knows for sure. It is like an awful mountain appearing from the towering luminosity of Coconur. Is a bad omen in
Hooey. No animal can be...
That's what makes it so peculiar. A species surviving at the very... There are limits, you see, to how large a metabolism an ecosystem can be. Of course, dear.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why I am not.
You could be, Liz. You could be anything.
Even a mod? Glenn, I went to law school. I am an attorney.
He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of Le Debutante International.
So fucking what? Lots of models are actually really smart people, fuckwad.
No, Glenn, they aren't.
It's you again. What is...